A big Sunday approaches, so we look at home games on the schedule this weekend, both the UNI men's and women's basketball teams. Today we talk women's basketball with assistant coach Brad Nelson. We go inside a basketball camp, look at the nationally ranked UNI wrestlers, and preview the UNI softball season, and it's a UNI Hall of Fame inductee with his Super Bowl story from working with the NFL. It's a supersized Panther Sports Talk.